an update to a story we brought you last weekend. The small plane that crashed into the Columbia River was pulled out today. A viewer was able to send us these photos. The plane had crashed on Sunday in Cascade Locks. The two people on the plane were able to swim to shore, and they are expected to be okay. We now know a police officer was involved in a two-car crash in southeast Portland this afternoon. Portland police say the officer was responding to another officer who needed help. The police cruiser crashed with the other car at the intersection of southeast Flavel around 3:30. The cruiser flipped several times, landing on its roof. The officer was taken to the hospital and has since been released. The other driver is expected to be okay. This is new at 11. A man who was lost on Mount Hood for hours is safe tonight. 31-year-old Nicholas Larson from Sun River called 911 a little after 7:30 last night. He told dispatch that he summited the mountain earlier in the day, but got lost in the whiteout conditions. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office search and rescue team found Larson about 2 in the morning. He had developed hypothermia. He was taken to the hospital, and we're told he is expected to be okay.
You might want to back out. This thing's really taken off.
Tonight, firefighters are still putting out hot spots on that massive fire that destroyed part of Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. It started about 4:30 this morning, and flames reached as high as 100 feet, leaving a big plume of smoke that could be seen for miles. Look at that. Haze and smoke still hang over the city. About 150 firefighters battled the blaze.
This is not what we were expecting to wake up to this morning, but they, like always, were ready to step into harm's way for all of us and make sure that we were all safe.
The fire started at a warehouse that was storing seafood. That building is a complete loss now. Firefighters are still investigating the cause. As our country continues dealing with COVID-19, President Trump also has his eye on his presumptive challenger in the upcoming election, former Vice President.
Glass of water and say that's your candidate. I'm against a very powerful and very corrupt party. It's a very corrupt party, the Democrats, and we caught them. But I'm against a very powerful party, and I'm against the real obstructionist, which is the media. Because the media is corrupt in this country. It's totally corrupt. Whether it's a poll or a story. I do a good thing, and I get a bad story. I do another good thing, I get a bad story. I get a good job, I get no stories. The economy, I never get. When did you see me get good stories? Prior to the plague coming in from China. When did you see me get a good story on the great job I've done with the economy? They never gave me good, and yet I was setting records. 142 times I had a new stock market record. And you know what? I'm not so far away from that again, believe it or not. But if Biden gets in, the market will crash.
That was Cheryl Atkinson reporting. We want to check in with Joe English now and find out about our weather. Pretty nice out there, Joe.
Yeah, it's going to be decent enough for the holiday weekend. We have some very hot weather coming at the end of the week. Get to that in a minute. Right now, we have dry conditions. Looking at our radar picture, even as we move up to the north, where we will see that rain coming in Sunday night into Monday, especially the Washington coast. That's where it's going to be the wettest for the holiday weekend. Dry, overcast, 54 degrees from our Swanson Financial camera in downtown Portland right now. And we're expecting dry conditions for Sunday, and we're expecting warmer conditions. Right now, 40s and 50s for current temperatures, but mild on the coast, right around 50 degrees. Dry for Sunday, making your weather headlines. Memorial Day showers early in the morning for Portland to Vancouver. South of Portland, probably not much. And then we mentioned that hot weather coming for the rest of the week. Right now, we're on the warm side of this front that's coming through, and we're going to speed up to the north here. High pressure that's keeping us dry. Some more sunshine east of the Cascades. Weakening up and moving off to the east enough is letting some of these high clouds come in. For tomorrow morning, we're still generally mostly sunny anywhere but the coast. I think you're a little more cloudy, especially Tillamook, Astoria, up into southwest Washington, but we're still dry through Sunday. There's the rain coming in overnight into Monday morning, and we could see that, just a chance of a shower on Monday. Otherwise, more clouds for Monday, but not really that much more rain. But there it is. If it comes in Monday, you're looking at 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch into southwest Washington, but again, mainly on the Washington coast. Otherwise, we're dry through the rest of the week as the storm track pushes up to the north, bringing some of this heat up. Look at the heat watches that are up for the middle part of the week for Arizona, Southern California, Vegas, even Northern California. That's the heat that's coming up as we go into Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Pretty intense. When you start to see the red get up here, we turn orange in Oregon and Washington. That's close to 90 degrees, so we're going to be pushing that. Could see an early 90-degree day high for us. First time we usually do that on average middle of June, so we have potential for doing that at the end of May. Not for tomorrow. Highs around 60 on the coast, mostly cloudy, especially to the north, a better chance of rain for the northern coast of Oregon, and more clouds up to the north along the I-5 corridor. 70 in Salem, 66 in Longview, so a little cooler up to the north, and a little warmer for the east end of the gorge. Not as windy as it was today in the and a few degrees warmer for you in central Oregon, partly cloudy and light winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. We're looking at temperatures still below average as we go through Sunday and into Monday, and then we start warming up. And here we are. I'm only going to go up to 85 on Thursday, our hottest day of the week. There's still potential for that warm air to come up from the south and push us closer to 90 degrees. But by the weekend, we start to see cooler air come in, some showers. That could turn into some thunderstorm activity. We're going to keep our eye on that one as well. Catherine?
Okay, Joe, thank you. Before the pandemic, escape rooms were purely an in-person game, but one man says that he found a way to make sure players socially distance. The Rock Avenue Escape Room in Florida is now completely virtual. The owner wears 2 cameras and live feeds to the players who then help him escape. Well, it turns out this is a worldwide hit, and they've had people from all over playing.
It's different every game, different interactions depending on the people, and it's really a ton of fun.
Rock Avenue says the virtual version is so popular, they aren't rushing for in-person anytime soon. A hairstylist in Springfield, Missouri exposed 84 customers and 7 coworkers to coronavirus. The county health department says a hairstylist at Great Clips was working while sick with the virus for several days. Here's Nikki Ogle.
I'll be honest, I'm very frustrated to be up here today, and maybe more so, I'm disappointed.
Springfield Greene County Health Director Clay Goddard did not hold back when announcing a Springfield hairstylist went to work while sick with the coronavirus, potentially exposing 84 clients and 7 coworkers.
I think we need to comprehend the consequences of this.
Other hairstylists in Springfield share his frustration. Anissa Lilly is the manager of the Supercuts on South Campbell.
For a stylist to be out of work for so long and be excited to come back to work, you would think you'd want to be safe and you don't want to be shut down again.
After being closed for weeks, Lily says she and her staff are taking extra precautions so they can stay open, like sanitizing, taking employees' temperatures, and limiting the number of people inside.
We want to make money, we want to be here, we want to work, we want to service, our community, and it's hard that some people aren't following the rules and don't care about everyone's safety.
Supercuts is also making sure stylists and clients are wearing masks at all times. Great Clips has the same policy, which Director Goddard calls corporate responsibility. He says in this recent case, individual responsibility was lacking.
We're in a new phase of this disease where we're going to walk that tightrope between disease control and economic harm. And if we're going to work sick and sharing this illness with others, that's not a good approach.
He says there is a bright side, though. Because of this, we might now learn how effective masks are in stopping the spread of the virus. However, Goddard says this can't happen anymore.
We can't make this a regular habit, or our capability as a community will be strained, and we will have to reevaluate what things look like going forward.
That was Nikki Ogle reporting. You've heard the phrase, we're going to Disney World. Well, NBA players might be headed to the Disney complex in the weeks to come. Joe Becker has the details coming up next.